Hi there, I'm Charles Goddard. So, what are we doing here today? Well, I'm here because I've been listening and watching a lot of drivel about trading, and while I think that anybody can indeed trade profitably and consistently, it's a little annoying when I listen to people talk about how easily it is done. Convert $500 into like $40,000 in the flash of an eye. That is not the way you need to approach this. You have got to expect that you can learn it, but there is some work involved. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. There is some work, but I want to show you rather than just the other thing that I found on these little presentations that I've been watching is there's nothing really of substance being told to you, taught to you, or however. But so I'm going to change that right now. I'm going to give you something that you can work with right now. So let's take a look at the next slide. Okay, so you're looking at a slide here of the S&P 500, and this is a monthly chart, meaning that each little candle represents a 1 month of price action. But that's not what we're looking at here. What we're looking at is the vertical lines. There's three of them on the chart. Let's start with the one on the left. You can see that the price has reached a peak there at that vertical line. And if you look down the first pane below, you'll see the rate of change, or the ROC, has not reached a new high. Now that is a warning, and it needs to be paid attention to. So what I do is I simply, when I see that, whether it's a stock, whether it's an index like the S&P 500, I put a trend line on it, and if the price closes below that trend line, then I am out of that position. Now, as you move to the right, you can see that same thing occurs in 2007, and if you would if you had known this method, then you could have saved yourself some grief, as in 2000, because right after the trend line is broken, it is the market falls dramatically. Now let's just move along to the third vertical line on the right hand side. This is closer to our present day, and you can see a high in price. This market has been juiced, eased. It's whatever you fertilize, the whole works from 2008, 2009, and it's now an unholy thing. Should have corrected some time ago, but that's the way that is. Now, if you look down in the first pane, you'll see a downward sloping line on the rate of change, whereas we've got an upward sloping line on the price. Again, this is a warning. The RLC is a leading indicator, and we pay attention to it. We tighten our stops, we take profits, and in my case, I usually put a trend line on there, and if it closes below it, then I am out. So I'm going to expand that last little bit to give you a better look at it. Okay, we've switched to daily chart now, which means each candle represents 1 day of price action. You can see the S&P rising into a high at the vertical line, and in this chart, the rate of change, or the ROC, is in the upper pane, and you can see that that is a downward line there. So there is no, the energy that drives the market is in decline, whereas the market continues on up. So we've got our warning. We put on our trend line, the red line you see there on the price, and as the price closes below that trend line, we are out. Now, if everyone had followed that discipline, you can see the decline that they would have sidestepped. That decline is for its the number of points and the short amount of time it took to get down there is as one of maybe four of the worst since the 1800s. Now, you know, people can argue about the number of points and so on. I'm talking about the combination of short amount of time and the number of points. It's big, and you could have sidestepped that with this simple procedure. Now I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. on the next slide. Okay, so if you are, here's my offer, Godfather style. If you click on the Learn More down below there, then you will be taken to a page that will show you my book that's for sale. It will show you free books available to you, and here's the offer you can't refuse. I have a little PDF coming out on the rate of change and its value, not only as a leading indicator, but also how to place trades from the movement of that indicator alone, and the fact that you can project target prices from that using that indicator. In other words, there's a lot more to be gotten out of that very simple basic indicator than a lot of people use. And I will be selling that PDF, but for the first 100 people that who click on Learn More, and they either buy the book, which would be fantastic, or they just take a free book, I will send them a copy of that PDF. I expect it back from the printers are doing some creative stuff on it in the next few days. Within the week, if you were to buy, from whatever time you buy, you would have that PDF within a week's time. I expect it back in a few days, so I can get that out to you. So just click the Learn More, go and take a look, buy the book or don't, but take a free book, and I will send you the PDF. First 100 people who take a free book will get this PDF, no cost. After the 100, there will be a cost on this PDF. So let's get going. Click the button, and we'll hopefully our paths will cross soon. Thanks very much for your time. Bye now.